more maybe it's a Fox Ditto. We never know. But you don't get this far in bracket off of pure luck.
Yeah.
Unless you play Hero.
Wow, what a call out.
I'm kidding. It's
just
Joker,
kidding,
so this is going to be fun.
We've seen a few Jokers today, and we still have a few yet to come, of course. But Joker versus Fox, what do you think of the matchup, Docs?
I like the matchup on both sides. I think there are ways you can oppress Joker landing as Fox. I think there are ways as Joker you can slow down the game. And once Big Brother comes out, you're basically playing an unfair advantage against Fox. You can stuff the recovery in so many more ways. Aegon is really annoying to break through, and right now, you're already at a full meter near as you, and this is where Big Brother comes out.
All you needed is one Rebels guard, and you've got 60% Arsene. This is nice. You've got hitboxes that are huge now. They're going to beat out a lot of Fox's options depending on how you use them. This is the Tetrakarn.
But you can't swing errantly. You don't want to burn the Arsene for free. I feel like there's not getting a ton of value out of this early Arsene. There's been some damage put onto Temptation, but it's not enough by you, and just a little bit of an off-center call-out from you.
Yeah, now we have Arsene gone. You have options to kill the Fox with edge guards, especially with gun, but otherwise, you don't really have a lot of good choices, and now you're on the edge. And the ledge trapping from Fox is, of course, difficult. Although, Temptation chooses to give it up in favor of an attempted edge guard, and now you're back in a scramble. Ooh. You whiff a move. That's not where you want to be. Temptation down a stock.
Yeah, and I mean, Temptation is already in a hole. Arsene threatening again, but just misses the recovery. The game's equalized, so now Temptation, I think part of the way they will find pressure into this game is at least getting some type of grabs and threatening and saying the shield is not safe.
Absolutely. You're not seeing you do a whole lot of running around right now. Oh, great Rebels guard. And you're about to have, like a 40% Arsene. You're not seeing a whole lot of running around happening from you. He's just chasing, and anything that they can't get, they're just resetting the scramble, resetting the neutral. But look at this patience, waiting until you figure out what their recovery option is going to be. The tech chase is hot, and you've got a 50% Arsene.
Well, the unfair advantage is back on the field right now, so we have to see how much Yu is able to take advantage of this, but
wow.
You got to get to the ground first.
He's scared. He's just throwing out Tetrakarns because Temptation was keeping the momentum, and you're almost out of Arsene. You didn't get the value that you need for it unless you get this hot edge guard. Let's find out. Nope. And now Temptation has ledge again.
But look at how Temptation is playing. It's much more controlled in how you want to play your spacing around Joker. He's not necessarily just throwing out options, but jump gets called out. It's not enough just yet.
Wow, this is going to be tight. I don't think, unless we get a really heavy Rebels guard, that we're going to see another Arsene, but I do have to imagine that Yu's going to start fishing for Rebel guards in specific situations beyond, of course, just getting damage down, because that is the primary objective of being a stock up. Get some damage down. If you see that Temptation's getting to kill percents and you're at 150 and you're not dead, maybe throw out a Rebels guard, see if you can get a cheeky Arsene, but otherwise, just keep racking it up.
Well, right now we can see that Yu is just having trouble trying to at least... Well, no, I'm sorry, not you. Temptation's having trouble trying to get at least some closure on a stock. The Arsene's just racking up right now, like you said, and Yu is playing slow, controlled in the stage. Stock does close out with the up air, but it almost feels like it's too little too late, 93%, and the die has been cast, it looks like.
Yeah, you have to fight for not only percentage to get to kill percentage, but you have to fight through Arsene that will come out eventually as well. That's inevitable. You're not, unless you get some wild, like, off-stage break, you're going to have to deal with Arsene, and we're about to see it. Here it is. Arsene coming live. And immediately a return to aerial. Great two-frame.
You just turning up later in the game, but now got to get to the ground. The dare, not enough just yet. Sends it a little bit of an awkward angle. Temptation can absolutely close this out. Fox with rage.
Arsene's gone. Temptation has the chance to take this game again. Holding out the throw, waiting to see if there's be another option thrown out. The edge guard's coming out, and I think this might be just telegraphed enough. No, great angle from Temptation to avoid the edge guard, and suddenly they're in a scramble again. And if you're in a scramble, you want to be Fox unless you're off stage. What's the edge guard? Just playing it safe.
The dash
attack, no.
Not enough. 194 unprecedented percents for Fox. Finding any way they can to get through, but not enough. The F-tilt closes. Great gameplay from you.
Wow, incredible to see, and that was a nail-biter to the teeth gameplay. Game 2 is going to be hot. I wonder what the counter stage pick is going to be.
I think there's just, well, run it back. Yeah, I mean, are we really shocked?
No.
I think there are some things that Temptation can do, and I think part of it is, like we mentioned, grabbing, just utilizing that pressure, saying you can't stay in shield, but also punishing these whiffed aerials where he's going for aggressive dares when Arsene has come out. We've seen it time and time again from you.
Let's get into it. Game 2, I think this is still anybody's set. We saw how close that game 1 was, and only minor adaptations are needed to bring it back for Temptation. Can you keep the momentum that they got in game 1, or are we going to see a reversal? Right now, you is still holding the momentum in this game. We'll see how that holds.
Yeah, holding a lot of pressure right now, doing very well to maintain their composure. Arsene is now being threatened. You're at that 75, 80%. Oh, boy. One more hit might do it.
This is scary. You know you have to get Arsene online so that you can get Arsene offline. Great double parry into the up tilt, and Arsene's already a third gone.
And that's what I'm talking about. We keep seeing the dares coming out from you. It gets parried, but it still doesn't matter. The bear closes out, and now you is playing with Arsene on a fresh stock.
And you is throwing out the grabs that we want to see from Temptation. Again, missing the Tetrakarn, but just tossing it out as a threat option.
You is now a runaway train, just getting so much pressure put onto Temptation. It feels like Temptation's almost lost in how they're trying to at least get some kill confirms, but the nair to up smash, tried and true, completes the stock.
Love it. Incredible gameplay, top level. This is why they're both vying for a spot in the top 32.
And again, Temptation now just holding the center stage. I do wish we would see a little less aggression and just threatening the shield, waiting for you to throw out an option and punishing that. Like right there, if you space around that F tilt, you have ways that you can punish the Joker.
But instead you use a second up tilt, you double dipped, and then Joker gets their pick of what to do, and either forcing you to shield or getting you off stage and setting up for that scenario where you're suddenly dead and Arsene is still in line for stock 2 at 60%.
So again, you is now still down airing every single time they get this Arsene, and it is so reactive. I wish we could see Temptation go for the Tetrakarn connects. Finally. But now it's just a scrap for center stage, and you is just trying to knock the Arsene out of... Temptation's trying to knock the Arsene out of you.
Yes, of course. And the Arsene is gone, but you're at 38%. And honestly, it's looking like you might have stage control. If you don't, though, the second that you lose it, Joker without Arsene is great for racking up damage, and you're in a tough spot.
Temptation goes for a really aggressive S smash to try and close out the stock. The Hail Mary plays are starting to come out, and it's adding up against Temptation.
Second Arsene is online for this stock, and you got to kill now or forever hold your peace, because this is your last chance to keep your run alive.
The fair connects, but you is just blocking out against Temptation. The corner pressure just barely enough. The bear connects. This is where Temptation has really struggled before with you and having Arsene pressure on. The drill into the up smash.
Tech chase, up smash, and you're at 173%. You have rage. You can rack up the damage if you play patient enough, if you hold your advantage safe.
The grabs are coming out just too little, too late against you. But now, here comes Arsene. Have to knock it out of him. The dare connects into the fair, and you clutches their spot into top 32 from the loser side.
Incredible. We see Joker gameplay, and much like Roy's that we've seen before, every Joker plays a little bit different. It was incredible. Mainly, and this is honestly something that we didn't talk about a lot, you rarely use Aha or Aegon because there's no point. You've got the fastest aerial, fast-falling character in the game. Why bother gambling that, putting yourself in end lag, and dealing with a disadvantage that you don't want to be put in against Fox, when instead you can just use one gunshot, you're still in advantage, or just dash back, dash in. You have